Hello, everyone. I have a call here shortly, but I wanted to do this live, and I'm going to shamelessly plug 365 Days to Embracing Forbidden Emotions, a daily guide to peace and fulfillment. And this can be a companion guide to the forbidden emotions or separate. And I just started, it's hilarious, wrote it, reading it more daily myself. And my plan is to start the new year. Well, I've started now, yesterday, and reading through it. And this is how you know things come through you rather than by you. Like, I read it and I'm like, did I write that? And that's how you know, like, you're just the vehicle that's being used. So I'm just going to read today's, and then I'm going to plan to do some more YouTube lives. I just did this on YouTube Live for the first time, and but I didn't really know what I was doing. So I'm just going to do it on here and then try some more YouTube lives that I can share on here. So let me just read today's. December 26th. If there is such a thing as spiritual materialism, it is displayed in the urge to possess the mountains rather than to unravel and accept their mysteries. Woshek Kirtia, I don't know how to say that name. In his book, Cutting Through Spiritual Materialism, Tibetan meditation master Kyugong Tukpak, I'm saying that wrong too, discusses the most common pitfall to which every person on a spiritual path falls prey to. He calls this pitfall spiritual materialism. He says, the problem is that the ego can convert anything to its own uses, even spirituality. Spirituality then becomes a process of self-improvement. The tendency is to create a stronger ego by developing and refining the ego. This becomes a never-ending, unwilling pursuit, unfulfilling pursuit to push the ego's agenda, and is problematic because the ego is by nature essentially empty. Growing up in this world creates this misuse of genuine spirituality because the world pushes the ego's agenda. Genuine spirituality calls me forward to open to a deeper, more profound connection with the force of good. Hey, Barbara, as I practice this force moves through me, evidenced in this book, moves through me rather than me pushing the agenda of the empty ego with a shopping list of wants. As Woshejek, and I'm never going to say this right, Kircha, I just have to look it up, says, if I'm practicing spiritual materialism, my urge is to possess and manifest more things rather than deepen my connection with the mysteries that surround me. It's helpful for me to witness which I am practicing, which one I'm practicing. The never-ending self-improvement and possession of things, or deepening my connection to the mystery of life that surrounds me. If I've been practicing spiritual materialism, I find I feel relieved to know a better way enhances my well-being. Thought for today. What if today I can check in and see what I have been practicing? And I love, and again, testament, like I read that and I go, I wrote that? I don't even remember writing it. And when I wrote this book, it literally flowed out of me with such ease. And that's how you know, like, you're the channel. Like, let's put it this way. My ego was out of the way of it. And I was just writing what would come. And so I'm, like I said, it's hilarious that I've started reading this. And I've read it before. Like, I wrote it and I don't do the daily thing in it. But I was like, I'm doing that now. And like I said, I'm shamelessly promoting this book because it's just a nice little tidbit to read to help maybe see things a little differently. And to me, to wake up from that nightmare of pushing the ego's agenda, which our culture is vastly superior at, and to wake up. And so what if this coming year, you could wake up and see things differently? You could go to a more deepening process rather than, here's my list of wants and I better get them or I'm going to be upset about it. And like I said, it's such a detoxification process because we're bombarded every single day with messages of spiritual materialism. And to wake up and go, what if there is a different way, a better way? and again, I have a call in about 5 minutes, but I was watching a movie last night. It was a war movie. And my dad was in a number of wars, and he was actually in this World War II. And I was a fighter pilot, and I'm watching the character arcs in the movie about like how the transition in a person, a character in the movie at the beginning of the movie, and how they're different at the end. And the one character who ends up dying in the very end of the movie, and I won't say the movie so it doesn't spoil it. In the beginning, he's a German soldier, and he's very much anti-Semitic and very much speaking outrageously about Jewish people and this enculturation. There's a line in the movie, and I think about our world we live in, and I'm totally paraphrasing, but it was said by a politician from way back when. If you say something loud enough and long enough, the mass public will believe it. And that is so true. It's so true. And I've bared witness to that so much, and it's like to wake up and go, what if I can see things from a new perspective? What if I can practice independent thinking and learn to detach from what the culture is telling me and figure out, what do I think? What do I feel? What's that mean to me? What a way to transform your life over a year and to honor ourselves in that way. And like, thanks for sharing, but I'm going to do my own research, or thanks for sharing, I'm going to figure out what makes sense for me. And now more than ever in our world, I think that is so important. So anyway, Barbara, I'm so happy to see your little name there, and hope you had a very Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. And again, I practice this on YouTube Live, and I'm going to do more of those because I think it's probably a better way to go, and then share them on to this page, into this group. But I'm committed to starting out this up and coming year, continuing to see things in a new way and learning to honor myself and my own process. So Barbara, much love to you, and take good care. And if you want a great way to start, shamelessly promoting, get this book, and start the year with seeing things a little differently. Bye, Barbara. Take care.